Let's summarize the module. And one thing I hope became clear as we looked at various aspects of cloud computing security strengths is that many of them are actually secure by default. So for example, you get DDoS protection simply by using the cloud service. The provider may not tell you precisely how they do it, but you have a level of protection that you wouldn't get just by standing up your own services in the traditional way. Auditability was another one. Every single action in a portal, like Microsoft's Azure, is logged, retrievable, and auditable. So these are a couple of great examples of how simply by virtue of using the cloud, before doing anything else, you get security defenses that are almost certainly in excess of what you would have had otherwise. We did look at a number of different services, and I said a couple of times how they can be provided in a hybrid style model, or they can entirely replace the traditional model. So for example, you can use all your traditional hosting and then wrap Cloudflare around it. And because of what they do with their cloud services, you get cloud-based DDoS protection, even though you're still running on-premise. And then in terms of replacing traditional services, there are things like Active Directory on Azure. You can replace your on-premise implementation and delegate the responsibility of standing up, managing, maintaining, doing everything else back to Microsoft. It's account management as a service. But finally, and this is the most important theme in this module, is that the cloud allows you to think about security differently. So think about how those cloud characteristics can actually strengthen your security profile. The on-demand nature of provisioning Cloudflare can give you DDoS defense at the drop of a hat. The rapid elasticity of scaling out resources or scaling them up can help you absorb those attacks whilst the DDoS is in progress. The resource pooling nature of the cloud means that things like key vaults, which are traditionally very expensive pieces of hardware, are now much more financially accessible. So whilst in the previous module, when we looked at cloud computing risks, many of these characteristics actually created opportunities for attackers, they also create opportunities for defenders. You can do wonderful things with security in the cloud. So that's cloud computing security strengths. Let's now move on to the last module and look at how we can harden the cloud.